Good morning, guys. I am making for breakfast for the boys German pancake. So years and years and years ago, I follow a blogger, a fitness blogger called Cake and Carrots, or Carrots and Cake. I think it's Cake and Carrots. And she had mentioned German pancake, and I think she showed a picture of it, and it was in a skillet, and it was very puffy and bumpy. And I'm like, whoa, that looks pretty cool. So I Googled it, and honestly, I don't remember where I got this recipe from. I have seen, and if you see in my comments below in pencil over here, Bobby Flay made like mini ones and stuff. So I don't know where I got the original recipe from, because this has to be like 10 years old in this book. But the boys love it. They never fill it with fruit, which I would love them to. But I have 2 skillets, because there's 4 men in this house. 2 skillets heating up. My oven's going up to 425. So you let the skillets get really hot in there to start off with. And then I'm doubling the batter. So 3 eggs. I need 6 eggs. Put the glasses on. A half teaspoon of salt, so I need a full teaspoon, and you get the gist. So I'm gonna start cracking. So I have 6 eggs in there. Ooh, hard to see because they're the same color. I need 1 teaspoon of salt and 6 tablespoons of sugar. So, oops. Close up. Here's my salt. Salt. And let me get the sugar. So I put my 6 tablespoons of sugar. Ooh, shadow. So now I need 2 cups of warm milk and 2 teaspoons of vanilla, with 4 tablespoons of melted butter. So what I do is I put the milk in my micro steamer and I microwave it for just a few seconds, maybe 12 seconds I'm going to try. And then I'll melt the butter in the same dish. But 2 teaspoons of vanilla, my Mexican vanilla. Love it. So I put my vanilla and my eggs. I'm going to whisk them up. Yeah, the boys really like it. I make 2. Honestly, it's a thin pancake. As big and puffy as it looks, it's a very thin pancake. And it would definitely be more filling if they added stuff on top. But they don't. My boys don't even like maple syrup. They just literally will just eat the pancake. So I did the milk for 30 seconds. Let me get that out. And 2 cups at 30 seconds pretty much brought it to room temperature, which is fine as long as it's not cold. So whisk that up. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with that. And then I need the butter, and then I'm going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then the rest of the stuff, which I'll talk about soon. So let me get my flour. Sorry for the close-up. I added 2 cups of flour, and then I melted, semi-melted. All right, let me melt that. That'd be 4 tablespoons of butter. Now that's fully melted. Add the 4 tablespoons and whisk away. So let me get that nice and a little smoother, and then I'll show you the next step. That's nice and smooth, and now I have to remove, with oven mitts, the skillets from the oven, and I have to put butter in them. So I'm going to put like think it's like 2 tablespoons of butter in each. And then you pour in the batter. Okay, so the skillets are hot and they just came out of the oven. So I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of butter each.
Butter.
Yep.
Look at it go.
Yeah, 1 tablespoon is fine. And get it all melty. Okay. Second pan. That's good. And then now I'm gonna pour the batter. One, 2.
Perfect.
And it's already starting to cook because the pan is so hot. I don't have a spatula. And then back in the oven, go to the recipe. It goes in 425 for, I think, 13 minutes.
Reduce heat.
No, not yet.
Oh no, bake for 15.
Bake for 15.
Yes, bake for 15. Then you reduce it.
Then you reduce it. Okay.
And
back in they go. That's like a jigsaw puzzle. So the pancakes are in at 425, and then you bake it. Where is that? Bake it for 15 minutes at 425, and then reduce it to 350 and bake for another 13 to 15 minutes. Then you top it with powdered sugar. Really, really tasty dish. Such a interesting looking dish too. And then of course you could put fruit on it, which they never do, but honoring the German tradition, because my husband and my boys have German in them. So yeah, really, really good. Alexa, off. Okay, so now we bump it down. In my oven, it's going to be 345, and everyone else's, it's 350. I know, it's so weird, right? Yeah, let me see. I think this is the light. Wow, look at that. Look at that. They're so funky. Now they're in that 350 for another 13 to 15 minutes, but I set the timer for 13 so I can check on them. Because they are thin. They're very thin. I think she wants some German pancakes. Dina! Dina, wow. You don't pay attention, do you? She's like, squirrel. 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 Hi, girl. And look at that. You can smell the vanilla. You probably could put cinnamon in the dough and make it cinnamony. Or just sprinkle some cinnamon sugar if you want cinnamon, which would be great with apples if they put fruit on it. So I'm going to remove one, put it in my round plate. Love this plate. I had it for years. So before we left, like a couple, not even, maybe like 2 years or a year before we moved out of New York, there was a false graft, I think that's how you say it, outlet out in Eastern Long Island that was closing down. So all their products were really cheap, and I bought a couple things, but this is the one thing that I use the most. And then I have my powdered sugar. Lifts very easily with a spatula. It deflated a little bit, but oh well. And then you sprinkle it with powdered sugar. And that's a German pancake. How cool is that? And there it is plated, and we just use a pizza cutter and cut it like a pizza. Yep, and that's breakfast today.